Good evening. Good evening. Somewhere it must be evening. In Europe it's probably evening. They're plus a couple hours from where I am. Hello! How's everyone doing? Yeah. In the words of Chris Bores, hello, hello, Ronnie. What up? It's evening here. Yeah. Okay. Cool. That makes sense. It's been, how long has it been since my last stream? Only a couple days, 5 days. Apparently someone subbed with Prime 5 days ago, even though I wasn't on Twitch, which is really nice of them, but I didn't shout you out at all. In the EU it's evening. Yeah, that makes sense. How evening is it? UK time 8:44. That is pretty evening, and that's like a lot of countries are even further east, so it would be even later. Well, but thank you for hanging out. Thanks for choosing to spend your evening with me. Yo, thank you for the Prime sub, Terra Makes and Be My Ridiculous. It's sorry, the overlay is not working. I removed the Twitch functionality for the for when I moved it to my chat, and I haven't restored that yet. Also, I realized the Twitch chat is a weird size. It's supposed to be like that size. There we go. Much better. So let me catch you guys up. What's been 21:45. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. An hour later. So what's been happening? Well, today, I've got I have a network. So yo, 5 gifted subs. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs, Terra Makes. Hell yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I wish we had some notifications to show that off, but we don't. So sorry. If I do another, I'll have those done. I'll have that back working again by the time the next time I do a Twitch stream. But hell yeah, thank you so much for that. My capture is upgraded. It's a little better than it used to be. You might remember that in a couple of my videos, or no, in a couple of my streams, it would do a weird thing sometimes where the frame rate would just kind of drop for no discernible reason. I can actually, real quick, I can show you because we captured this in a clip. Huh? Really? Apparently something is broken. My internet has been like funky all day. Like I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to stream this because for like an hour it was just cutting out and then breaking and not working. So what? I hate having to do. I hate having to do technical support on stream. Weird, really weird. This has never. Okay, so I'm trying to get my browser up and running, and I run my browser, my stream browser, through a VPN. And it uses OpenVPN. Did OpenVPN like change something recently? Did they just decide that like all current configurations were going to break simultaneously right now? So everyone has to go and change their configs? Because that seems to be the error I'm getting. I want to waste my points. Oh yeah, none of that's working either. Basically none of the Twitch integration is working right now, unfortunately. Oh, and I don't even have a drop shadow on the chat. It looks ugly. Let me get that in. Gosh, there's so much to do. I think this will be good enough. Oh, and all the chat just disappeared. I think there's a shadow on that now. Isn't that just Australian internet in general? It would be, but I'm actually not in Australia right now. It's funky apartment internet. I used to work in an office, and when I worked in an office, the internet was fantastic. It was possibly the best internet I've ever had. But as far as internet in your home goes, they're like, well, you don't actually need that to work, do you? So, yeah, the office internet, they're like, well, clearly people need the internet if you're in an office, clearly you need the internet to get real work done. So we're going to make sure it works, because otherwise businesses might sue us for losing them business. But in your home, fuck it, you don't need that. You never needed that. Internet, who wants that? So I guess I'm going to have to try and fix something. Welcome to Brazil, where tech is shit and 3060 Ti is 2 times the minimum wage. Damn, yeah, I guess so. I guess you're right. Okay, good enough. For a while, I thought this might be a joke, but it's not. Business. I may switch to my PS5 so I don't have shitty internet. Does your PS5 have less shitty internet? God, I've spun down so many tangents already. I started talking about like my NAS, then I got interrupted and started talking about my capture, and then I got interrupted. By let's say got interrupted, I mean I interrupted myself, because that's what it's like living inside this head. And now I'm having to complain about my internet, and well, no, not having, but now I'm down yet another rabbit hole complaining about my internet and OpenVPN not working for some reason. So, is this really something? Alright, whatever. Okay. Everything goes wrong at once. Yeah, did OpenVPN update recently? Alright, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Today on Matt vs. Matt. Kind of true. Well, actually, it's not today. It's every day on Matt vs. Matt, I'm afraid. Megahard.live. Don't tell me that's a real website. People have been, because sometimes we go down rabbit holes of buying domains or seeing what's available. People have been buying domains and like showing me, and they've been like, yo, I bought this, it's hilarious, and I'll be like, holy shit. So now when someone says megahard.live, it could actually be real. Anyway, so you'll notice, I wish I could show you, but I don't know why. I've never seen this error before in my goddamn life. And it's like only just started to happen. And of course now I'm having to like read forum threads of the fucking error message to try and figure out what's happening. And all the forum threads have no solution. They're just like, hi, I'm having the same issue. Have you found a solution? Thanks. No reply. Absolutely no help at all whatsoever. Television.tv. Clearly, obviously. Huh. Weird. OpenVPN has not updated since the last time I streamed. Maybe I might have updated since the last time I streamed, though. Like, I might not have updated yet by that point. Damn. Okay. Well, I guess I don't need the VPN, but that means I need to figure out how. But everything's just in a script, so I have to figure out how to get this browser running without the VPN. I have to look into that later, or maybe I just have to restart. It might be one of those Linux memes where I just have to restart and then it'll work fine, but like, then I have to stop the stream. Okay. Alright. It's not perfect. Not perfect. We're running VPNless, which I don't like to do, but I can actually show you this now. So, I replaced my graphics, my capture card. You might know this a little bit from when I made my video about I've already forgotten the name, the Cloner Alliance device, that for years I was an Elgato user, like everyone has, it feels like everyone has at least at some time in their life been an Elgato user. But then I became a Linux user, and Elgato has almost never supported Linux. They only sort of supported Linux with their most recent capture device, which was called it doesn't matter what it's called, but the only reason why it supports Linux is because they made it UVC compatible, so it's driverless. So they never wrote drivers for Linux. They were just like, well, okay, we'll just make the hardware not require a driver, and that's how we'll get Linux support. But it's expensive, and so I never got one. So I just started looking at other things that I could use, other alternative capture devices, and I switched to one which works pretty well. It worked on Linux. It also was a universal driver, didn't need a driver. But there was this thing that it did, which was kind of annoying, which was every now and then, and I have no idea why, but every now and then, hang on, let me get the browser on the screen. Okay. Every now and then, it would the frame rate would drop. See, look at this. This is clearly not. Yeah, and I'm like complaining about it. I'm like, this is not like. Usually my camera runs at 30 FPS, and then sometimes the capture would just cut down to like, what is this, 15 FPS probably, and that was pretty annoying. So, and then yeah, when I tried to fix it, it would just hang. So I was so I'd been looking to replace it for a while, and I finally did. It probably doesn't look a lot different. However, it should not do that anymore. Elgato Linux drivers, true. Yep. And I've since becoming a Linux main, I've been having to occasionally. I do have to find solutions. I have to find ways to get Linux things or get things working in Linux that don't otherwise work. Will we ever play Space Station Silicon Valley on N64 sometime? So here's another thing that I did. I've made my capture setup more. Let me think what the word is. Retro friendly, because for a long time I only had. Like I said, I was working with Elgato devices for the longest time. And for years and years and years, I had one of these, which is the Game Capture HD. It's old by this point. This thing was released in 2012. It's over a decade old. And it's the only Elgato device that actually supports analog retro inputs. So this is what I'd been using to record all of my consoles for the last, well, I didn't buy it in 2012, I bought it in like 2016. So for the last 6 or 7 years. And of course, like I said, it doesn't work in Linux. So to get it to work, I would, because it's got an HDMI pass-through, so you plug in, so it will convert analog signals to HDMI, which is kind of cool, with no latency, because it's designed as a pass-through. So I would boot up a Windows VM, plug the Game Capture HD in and pass it through to the VM, use the VM to like set the input, because you can set it composite, S-video, or component, then use the HDMI out into one of my HDMI capture cards. Then I could record retro stuff, just barely through that setup. And that was really annoying. And I vowed that I would one day have a way to just capture normally. And I have picked up a couple things. I picked up, I guess the main thing I picked up was a RetroTink 2X. I didn't get the 5X because that's like twice as expensive, and I only needed it to, like, the problem is most HDMI capture devices will go 48p and up. They won't go 48i, and they certainly won't go 240p, which is what a lot of retro game consoles run at. So I bought the RetroTink 2X, which is basically just a line doubler. It will convert interlaced or 240p to 480p, and that's enough to make most capture devices pick it up. So that's the other thing I got. So yeah, well, that's a very long-winded way of saying yes. I've tested it out. I've been playing around with getting consoles. Being able to easily stream some more retro consoles. Even and recently we have been playing some more retro games. We played we played Up on the Wii last stream. That was on the obscure Matt KC 1.5 channel, so I don't know if many people here saw that, but we will be putting that out as a clip. And I've been sticking to Wii games because with the Wii U has HDMI out, so I was able to record that easily. But now I should be able to branch out to more retro stuff, which is really cool. And I did play Arthur Ready to Race on YouTube, and that was just a PS1 emulator. I prefer to use hardware where I can, but as I said, it was for a while it was harder than expected. The Wii is just super convenient. Dolphin is great. The Wii, it is. It's true. And there's a lot of, let's be honest, hilarious garbage on the Wii that we could all laugh at and make fun of. In fact, as a testament to this, let's actually try something out right now. Because I have a console right here that is hooked up because I was testing it yesterday. So let's actually try a retro console right now. I think... Oh, which one is it plugged into? It is plugged into... Oh, it might be plugged into none of them. Hang on. Alright. There we go. I think that's right. Yes, that's right. Okay. So... this should work. If it doesn't, I'll be very upset. Yeah, I think it's all set up. Let's give this a shot. Yeah. Yeah! Oh, that's probably really loud. Sorry. Sorry, I wasn't hearing that. Sorry for blowing your ears out on that. There we go. Alright, so, it's a GameCube, and I finally got a disc to boot on the GameCube. You might remember from my GameCube video that I had so much trouble getting any discs to boot. I bought Philips Media, I think, like maybe, it might have even been new old stock, because I don't know if they, like so many companies just stopped making mini DVDs. So I got... and then, ironically, I just ended up taking a chance on some generic no-brand discs, and those actually boot. So imagine that. The brand name, the GameCube dislikes the brand name, but likes the generic. So I got this to boot, and that should mean, and I also decided to, I thought it would be fun to pick up one of those SD card things that stick in the bottom and let you boot ISOs. And I realized after I got this working that when you buy those SD card adapters, oftentimes they do include a disc to boot and a mod chip so that the disc works. So I didn't really have to burn my own disc, but I didn't realize that until it was too late. Can you cut up full-size DVDs into mini DVD-sized discs if you reseal the edges? So, people suggested that. I've kind of just assumed that it wouldn't work, like it would just fuck it up somehow. But I don't actually know. I've never tried. hey, why don't we take a look? Can you cut down a full-size DVD to mini DVD? It has this weird line thing that my AV switcher has. Oh yeah, I think that's because this cable is bad. I think it's like a dodgy cable, and I remember I discovered that during the GameCube video that one of the cables I had was dodgy, but then for some reason I didn't throw it away. I just like put it back in the drawer, and now I can't remember which one's which. I think it's this one, and I think that would explain the fuzzy line. But then again, I don't know. Oh look, right. Someone thinking exactly what we're thinking. Oh god, I don't know if I I don't know how much I trust the response that starts with haha lol, not really lame. Oh, I see. It's someone must be saying this is lame. Yeah, cutting up DVDs is lame. Also, the problem is this information is from 2006. This was when mini DVDs were actually like commonplace. Oh, you can use the Dremel. Interesting. Can't you just put the password of the drive and it works? I don't know what those words mean in that order, I'm afraid. Sorry. You can use it. Holy shit. Oh my god. Wow. Alright. I guess as long as you don't like pierce any of the or compromise any of the stuff inside. I wonder if you could do a neater job like that than that with like a file. If you could file it down and make it smoother or something like that. I was hoping for something a little cleaner than this. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That like, okay, great, it works, but I don't know. It seems like you might cut your like fingers on the edges of these. No, probably not. Maybe not. I don't know. You should just buy a 5-pack of mini DVD-Rs and burn the latest Swiss and GBI. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing. I burned Swiss to a disc, and we'll probably just be booting from SD cards. I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like the debate of like discs versus SD card loaders, like optical drive emulators, is not a debate on price, because at the end of the day, well, for the most part, to this day, discs and a burner are probably going to be cheaper than like, for example, the PS1, the X Station. It's honestly, it's not that bad. It's $100, but a pack of 50 CDs and a mod chip is probably going to be like $25. So it's not really... Doing this is not the cheap solution, it's the convenient solution. Though, that being said, the SD2 SP2, I think it's called, is very cheap for what it is, because apparently this is a fairly passive device. Like, you can just you can basically just wire up a micro SD card reader to the GameCube serial port and somehow make it work. Like, I guess maybe you make some SD card implementation in software, but then it still manages to work or something like that. So yeah, I mean, and this isn't bad at all. So honestly, at this point, maybe it is cheaper than the mini DVDs, but that's usually not the case. GameCube memory cards are effectively SDIRC. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that, but yeah, I could imagine. I think that's how this works. And yeah, the serial port on the bottom is supposed to be, I think it's not, it's a little slower than the disk drive, but not much slower. Not, hang on, let's actually, hold on, before I start spreading misinformation, let's make sure I'm right. It is slower, oh, and it does have compatibility. So yeah, it's not, it's, I guess it's not perfect, though most people are saying it's not really that big of a deal. Yeah, the GC loader, this is a proper like SD card loader drive replacement. but it's a much more expensive, $90. So, well, I guess it's about what they all are, about $100. But this is probably like, I feel like this is theoretically the better solution, because if the disk drive breaks and you can't load Swiss anymore, then you're not going to be able to do the serial port SD card method. But assuming that your disk drive will not break for the next, if you're just using it to load Swiss, assuming it won't break in the next 5 to 10 years, then it's not a bad investment to just stick to the SD2, SP2 stuff. Correction, they're very close but use different types of flash memory. Interesting. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Because they're doing something very similar with the PS2. MX, I think it's the MX4 something. Yeah, that's it. I got it. I almost got it right. Oh, this is a product now. The last time I saw this, I looked at this. This was like still being developed, I think. People asked me like why I didn't cover it in the best PS2 video, and it's because my understanding at the time was that it wasn't a product yet. Maybe it was, and I just didn't notice, but still. And yes, you're supposed to play games off the memory card. And I remember thinking when I first saw this that like that sounded kind of ridiculous, because every time you like save games on a PS2, it feels like it takes forever. But apparently, it is actually a faster bus than the USB 1.1 on it. Because if you have a slim PS2 that can't take a hard drive, you're stuck with Ethernet or USB, and the USB is super slow. So apparently this is faster than that, so it is actually preferable to the USB. Maybe the reason why like PS2 save games are slow is not because of the bus. Maybe it's because of the flash memory itself or the card itself. But let's be honest, talking out of my ass here, so don't take that with a grain of salt. Also, Bex953, thank you for subbing with the Bezos bucks. I'm sorry I missed it. I still don't have alerts set up on Twitch. I will make sure I will get those set up before the next time I do a Twitch stream. But thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Will I still be online in an hour? Let me think. I do have to be off pretty soon. Oh, not pretty soon. That's because I just started. But I have a lunch thing a bit later on. So it will indeed be a short stream. Sometimes I say short stream and then we end up going for fucking 4 hours, but not today. All right. Proceeds to never stream on Twitch again. I mean, I feel like I should be insulted. Then again, you're not wrong. Are you wrong? No. Thanks for the short stream. See ya. Yeah, that was a great stream. That might be in my top 1 streams of all time. See you guys later. No, I'm not leaving just yet. You look like a Chad with that beard. Is it a beard? It's kind of... It's like somewhere between stubble and beard, I think. It's a little longer than stubble, but I don't know if I'd really call it beard. All it means is I haven't shaved in like a few days. Like 5 days, I think. Long time YouTube sub. Didn't realize you streamed till I saw some of your vlogs on your YouTube channel. Hell yeah, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm hoping to... It's a tough balance, because you know, I know that... people expect high quality content, and I like to make high quality content. But I like kind of doing the live stuff, and I think it's kind of fun to do that sometimes. Like when I'm, even when I'm opening up PS3 controllers and testing them, I think that's kind of fun to do live rather than just scripting that out. So I hope to incorporate more of the live stuff into the YouTube videos. But I know it's a tough balance, because I know that people don't want it to just turn into like stream highlights and that's all it is, you know. Streams are by definition low quality content. Yeah, I know. Well, I think if they're like edited down they can be a lot of fun, but I know that like it's very much it's not everyone's cup of tea. I think it's good when used sparingly, is what I'm trying to say. I thought I liked the Halo video. That was mostly live gameplay. I'm sure that wasn't everyone's cup of tea, but I thought that was fun, and I think watching it back was kind of fun. I mean, like stream VODs alone. Yeah. You're right. Like it's as far as high effort, high production value YouTube content, streams are almost the other end of the spectrum. I mean, you can put high effort into streams. You can pull off a lot. You can pull off a lot of amazing things with live content, but generally, it's going to be the opposite end of the spectrum. Streams are like going to the restaurant and eating in the kitchen. Interesting. I've never heard of that metaphor before. Let me think. Yeah, I guess so. In that it's no frills. There's no fancy waiters and waitresses ensuring your experience is A+ all the way through, or something like that. I'm trying to just extend this metaphor as much as I can. Pizza stream. What would happen if I were to eat a gaming console? I'm sure someone has made a game console out of cake. I know that was a thing for a while. See, look, I just first results. Someone made an NES cake, a PS5 cake, Atari 26. It's really going too far. A Switch cake. Well, that doesn't actually look much like a Switch. It's just Nintendo Switch themed. So you said pizza stream. I actually do want to, if you follow me on Twitter, I don't use Twitter a lot, but I do use it. I occasionally tweet something out if I think of something funny or if I see something interesting, but I don't actually, I've sworn off using it very often. But if you saw, I retweeted this, which is that Demaya channel, the delivery channel for the Wii, that the community has resurrected. It used to be Japan exclusive, but now they're making it work in Europe and America. Someone has made their first Domino's pizza order. I assume Domino's in the US. Canada and the US, okay. So, I think this is a great idea. I think this is about the peak of human technology. That we are going to... that I should order a pizza on the Wii, on the stream. I even have still have my Wii U set up right here. Not a problem. Not a problem. And we'll order a pizza on the Wii and we'll eat it on the stream. The only concern I have is I really hope, because apparently it's delivery only, because that's what Demaya means. It means delivery. And my only concern is that I really hope I don't accidentally leak my address somehow. Because like I know that like when it asks like what's your address, I could be like I just switch it off and then type it in. But my biggest fear is that at some point I'll click OK and I'll be like, okay, it's over, that's fine. And then the next page will be like, is this the correct address? And it'll show the whole thing and I'll be like, shit. How was I supposed to know? Well, I'm sure I can like look it up beforehand. I can watch a video beforehand and just like see until I know what to expect. But that's my only concern. Otherwise, I'd love to order a pizza on the Wii on stream. Pop that in the Discord. I really want to order delivery from it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Pizza greater than Domino's. Here's what I'm going to say. In America, I agree. In Australia, I do not agree. But Australian Domino's is a significantly different experience. So, yeah. Finally, ordering pizza on my fucking Nintendo Wii. Exactly. Delivery confirmation is my biggest fucking paranoia about ordering from Demaya channel on stream. I mean, I really, I'd love to do Demai channel on stream, but should probably check that out first, just in case. Ordered from a Wii? Holy shit. So the people at Domino's are like, what the fuck? What do you mean ordered from a Wii? Huh? To say out, see if he shows your address. Yeah, that would be good. Matt, you can show your address. Oh, thanks, bro. I appreciate that. I'm glad my fears have been completely absolved. Talking about Canada, not about US pizza. I couldn't say about Canada. I've been to Canada, but only for a week, and we never got pizza. We got a lot of like poutine, and I got a beaver tail. I remember beaver tails are one of those things that I feel like outside of Canada, I only knew this because of the internet, but I feel like if you don't spend as much time on the internet as I do, and haven't read up about like Canadian cuisine, and you tell someone, oh yeah, I ate a beaver tail, they're gonna think like, huh, the poor beavers. What? But no, it's nothing to do with beavers. A beaver tail is actually it's a piece of it's like a cinnamon donut that has no hole in the middle and has been like squashed, and then you like put shit on it like Nutella or I don't know what half this shit is, but you put stuff on it. So it's completely legit. Don't worry, no beavers died in the making of this stream. I only tried beaver tails once and didn't love it. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, like, I think if you're expecting any more than what I just described, which is a flat cinnamon donut with stuff on top, you'll probably be a little disappointed. But if that's all you're expecting, it's about what you'd expect. Of course they eat beavers, the fucking barbarians. Damn, Canada is cancelled. Save the beavers from becoming delicious pastry. Or however you'd describe this. Like a Long John then? Is that a thing? Long John donut? Oh, interesting. One of these? I've never seen... Excuse me? Excuse me? I mean, I don't think this is TOS, but... Anyways. I've seen those called a maple bar. Or maybe this is something slightly different. Who knows? That's... Yeah, I've never... Jesus. I mean, I'll be honest. If you asked me what a Long John probably is, this would have been pretty close to what what I would have guessed. Alright, well, I've learned something new today. I've learned something new. First Twitch streamer forever instantly gets banned. Damn. Sorry, Jeff. First, I betray you by streaming on YouTube, and then as soon as I come back, I stream some cocks. The website is even called Cock Socks. Oh god. Okay, thank God. We found a Wikipedia page. We can avoid that filth on Google Images. Bar-shaped yeast-risen pastry. Oh, it might be filled with custard or cream. I guess a maple bar is not filled with that. It's a Midwest thing, or a Texas thing. I have spent some time in Texas, mostly because I went to conventions there, but I've never been to the Midwest. The Midwest just has its own like genre of food, I feel like. Because what's that one? What's that thing? Hang on, let me look this up. I'll do it off stream just in case. There's this thing in Wisconsin, which is, oh yeah, it's the cannibal sandwich. Look, I'm not attempting to apply any kind of generalizations to my fellow Wisconsin viewers. I don't know why I said fellow. I'm not from Wisconsin, but A cannibal sandwich is literally just raw beef on a slice of bread. And it seems to only exist in like this part of America. And the Wisconsin like health department is urging people to stop eating this. They're like, perhaps you better not. But apparently, I don't know. I haven't heard that it's made that big of an impact on people eating it less. That looks fucking rancid. I'm sure. I mean, I think the biggest concern would be like, I don't think US beef is like designed to be eaten like that. It's kind of like you can buy fish from the store, you can buy salmon, but unless it's sushi grade, you're not really supposed to eat it raw. You're intended to cook it. And I feel like that's going to be the case with almost all American beef that you buy like in the supermarket, right? You can also have rat tails. I don't know where that is, but goddamn. My school blocked Bill Gates.sex. Yeah, it's probably right that they're just blocking any .sex domain. It makes sense. I mean, who would buy a domain and not put porn on it? Who would just buy it like for no reason? Who would do that? I'm never going to Wisconsin. I hear they've got good cheese and or some kind of alcoholic beverage. Might have been beer. I don't remember. US beef. I didn't even pick up on that. Yes, I'm talking about US beef C. The new standard of beef. Beef doesn't usually food poison people, but you don't want to eat that. Oh yeah, beef is not as bad as like other things. That's right. I forgot about that. Avoid it all. Just don't go to the US at all. True. Imagine going to the US. Am I right, fellas? It's like Americans only exist to do the exact opposite of whatever the rest of the world is doing. Yeah, perhaps that's true. That being said, apparently the cannibal sandwich... I know, I'm just being contrarian at this point. Apparently the cannibal sandwich actually has some, like, origins in... Like, there's a lot of... I think it's... I think there's a lot of, like, German immigration to Wisconsin, and that the cannibal sandwich, like, used to be something that perhaps made more sense in Germany. That's a lot of... I think that is a lot of American foods, is that they're... not to sound critical, but a lot of American foods are lower quality, higher calorie versions of European foods. Again, not to be critical, I love waffles and pancakes like everyone else, but you know, there is a difference between the kinds of ingredients that go into a full English breakfast and an American breakfast. I'm just saying. It would be incredibly dumb if someone would buy a .sex domain and put a bill. Yeah, who in their right mind would think that was a good idea? You'd have to be a bit stupid, wouldn't you? Not to be critical. Look, I didn't say you said it, not me. It wasn't me. Matt, do you like full English breakfast? I do. Being an Australian, we had a lot of like food that imported from England, like sausage rolls and meat pies. Big fan. Those are two things that kind of don't exist in America. But whenever next time I go to England, you know I'll be going to Greggs for that 2-pound sausage roll. Or maybe it's not 2 pounds anymore. Maybe with inflation, it's like 5. For British citizens, you can't say stupid well enough. Yeah, I gotta practice. I gotta go over and like pick it up. Bit stupid, isn't it? Nah, it's not very good. Too much Australian twang in it. Imported Greg's sausage rolls. I wonder if you could. Hang on. Because I've learned something about Amazon, which is that they have Australian candy on there. Licorice is another thing that's not very popular in America, but on Amazon.com, what a fantastic country. On Amazon.com, you can actually buy Australian licorice, and I guess it's a bit expensive, $7 per pack. I'm not used to spending more than like $3 on it, but the point is you can do it. So my question is, what about the Greg's sausage roll? The fact that it's actually coming up on the fucking search results is a little bit concerning. Licorice is based people. I know, right? Oh, they got a lot. Well, they do have this. Is this actually on Prime? Like they actually store these in the Prime warehouses and deliver it to you next day? No, I don't think so. Oh, wait, no, yeah, it is. Jesus Christ. Okay. Greg the sausage roll. Interesting variation. They have a lot of sausage roll makers, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, I kind of figured that meat is probably not something that you... Well, never mind. I was going to say meat is probably not something that you ship over the Atlantic Ocean. But look at these long johns over here. $100 for some Irish jumbo bangers. What do you think, guys? Is it worth? For $25 a sausage, should I cop? I'm surprised you can't buy them frozen, given that's how they arrive in Greg's stores. Yeah, I guess, I feel like it's gotta be a customs thing, like, about meat importing. Or maybe it is, they just don't think it'll, like, stay frozen during the journey. They're like €3.50 in Tesco don't. What do you mean $25 a sausage is not worth it? What are you talking about? Yo! Meat pies, so you can... Wait, are these even imported? Are these actually in America? Can you actually get... Oh no, these are fruit pies. Never mind. These are the, like, the Christmassy fruit mince pies, not meat pies. I thought I was getting a little excited for a second, but no, these are something quite different. Yeah, what I've learned is in America, meat pies don't exist. A pie is a sweet thing. It's a fruity pie, almost exclusively. So you can get, like, apple pie is obviously American. An apricot pie, but not meat pie. That's completely out of the question. I'm ordering pizza. Anybody want some? Yeah, can you send some? Can you fax some over to me? That'd be great. Dude, I came back and a tech YouTuber was looking at sausages. Yeah, we've been doing that all day. Oh, Jesus. What in the fuck? Why has this... I can't believe they would show me this. They would put this in... They would force me to see this with my own two eyes. All I searched was Greg's sausage rolls. Why am I getting a picture of Piers Morgan with not many clothes on? Just barely covering his own long john. Why? Why has this happened to me? Well, I might have to get off this page before something even worse shows up. But it's hard to imagine anything worse. All right, never mind. Never mind. I'm never getting a Greg sausage roll ever again. The whole experience is tainted. Ugh. If it's any better, it apparently ships internationally because I found in Europe and Amazon too. Oh god. You're seeing the bell end of a bell end. True! Absolutely true. Do I get on an IRS blacklist if I say porn? No, I don't think so. Let me think. What would you get? What would get you on an IRS blacklist? I know that one of my friends in Australia. No, not one of my friends, but a friend of a friend. So not someone I knew, but someone. My friend told me this story. Apparently, this guy got put on an Australian watch list because he Googled how to make a bomb. So I guess that's a thing. He must have. I assume he Googled it in a specific way, or does it just everyone who Googles how to make a bomb in Australia become like get on a terrorist watch list? Because I feel like that would probably be a lot of people. Like they'd probably be adding like hundreds of people every day. Maybe I'm wrong though. Maybe most people know better. Maybe they're just not interested. But yeah, apparently that happened. It really is all right there at your fingertips. Yeah, you're right. I'm looking to national foods like French and Brazilian food. Oh god, why? What am I gonna find? How to drop a bomb with your parents' permission. There you go. They can't complain about that. The parents said it was alright. My old job, we had tons of conference calls about bill of materials, which was shortened to bomb. I'm sure we were all in some kind. Yeah, actually, I have a funny story about that. There's a funny meme in Australia because in Australia, I don't know if you can hear that, but there's some more leaf blowing going on outside. Or either that, or now I'm on a terrorist watch list for even mentioning Googling bombs. But in Australia, there's the branch of the government that like keeps track of the weather is called the Bureau of Meteorology. I think in America it's called like the National Weather Service, but the Bureau of Meteorology in Australia is how you like look up weather radars and stuff like that. But it was a running joke with me and my friends because we lived in a city called Canberra, and to look up, weather statistics, you would Google bomb Canberra because you're trying to get to the Bureau of Meteorology. So, yeah, maybe I'm on a watch list as well after doing that. I'd be on so many watch lists that here in the UK. Oh, isn't him the funny YTP guy that made one, Matt Casey? Yeah, what a surreal moment. I've been a fan of CS188 for like longer than I can remember. Gosh, it might be 2009, 2010, sort of thing. I remember when like the George videos were like brand new, and it was really kind of a dream come true to get YTP'd by the man. You've made it when you get YTP'd by CS188, pretty much. I really want to try Japanese candy, but I don't know where to find it. Interesting. I am slightly knowledgeable on Japanese candy. I am not an expert, but I have, for my own personal interest, perused a lot of Japanese candy. The one that comes to mind is this one. I actually have a funny story about this. There's some Japanese candy. It's a chocolate bar called Black Thunder, or if you want to get technical, it's Black Thunder, and it's really good actually. It's kind of like a cookie. I don't know what you call it. If you're Australian and you've had a Tim Tam before, it tastes a lot like that, but it's a little more crunchy. But it's kind of like a biscuity, cookie thing covered in chocolate. Mixed with rice puffs apparently. I didn't even know that. But the first time I went to Japan, I went and I picked these up. These are actually pretty easy to find. They're pretty popular. But there's also a variation of these called, because you know how there are variations of chocolate bars, and sometimes they make like a variant with white chocolate. So they made a version of this chocolate bar with white chocolate, and what did they call it? Of course, they called it white Black Thunder. So, I remember, because I actually kind of like, I know it's controversial, but I actually like white chocolate. So I thought, I'm going to look for white Black Thunder. And I went through the supermarket and I couldn't find it. And it is difficult when you don't know the language to like parse, these sorts of wrappers out and try and figure out what is and what isn't what you're looking for. So I remember I was like, well, I'll find someone to talk to, right? And hopefully if I just say white Black Thunder, they'll kind of figure out what I'm looking for. And we won't have to deal with the language barrier. And so I flagged someone down who looked like they worked there, and I said, white Black Thunder? And he was like, huh? And I said, white Black Thunder? And I don't know what he said, but the only word I could make out as he like shook his head and walked away was Bacha. I'm pretty sure, in retrospect, he might not have worked there. I might have just asked some random guy. Technically, I didn't even ask him anything. I might have just flagged down a random guy in the supermarket in Japan and told him, white Black Thunder. and he was just, what could he have possibly done with that? So, yeah, that was my first experience with Black Thunder, with trying to track down candy in Japan. God, as soon as I pressed enter, I was like, oh God, this could be the title of a porn. I was hoping to God that nothing would show up. Okay, yeah, white Black Thunder. I've never had this. I've never seen this in the stores, but I know it exists. Yo, Amazon.com again? Bruh. So I can actually buy these off Amazon for $30 a box. I don't know if I should cop, like, these are probably like $6 in Japan, or 600 yen or something like that. Yeah, but no, I never found it. I've never actually had this before. I did actually have, I recently found, because there's a Japanese like grocery near me, so I get to try stuff like this pretty often. And there's a strawberry variant of Black Thunder, which I actually liked quite a bit. But I've had that. I have not had white Black Thunder. Did I miss any shit? Yeah, my whole stream is shit, so yes. $30 with $20. Oh, I didn't even see that. Yeah, $20 delivery. Fuck, they're probably shipping that over from Japan. It's probably literally they have to bring that over the Pacific Ocean. Apparently, this is something people do though. They buy like white Black Thunder, Meiji strawberry chocolate, and matcha green tea Kit Kats. These are all like these are some absolute classics. These are like the ones that are popular enough to have crossed over to international awareness. $50 for chocolate. Yeah, I don't know about that. It's only 12 bars as well. So it's not even like... You're not even getting like a bulk lot of them. You're just getting a regular ass box for 50 bucks. Someone must have done it. Like, how do they determine like these collections? Or maybe they just like AI generate it. How do they know? Because I always assume this is like other buyers also bought. But maybe it's not. Maybe they're just like guessing. They're just like, well, if you're going to spend $50 on candy, you may as well spend $66 on candy, right? $4 per bar, Jesus. Yeah, and they're not even big. I'm pretty sure like the Black Thunders I've had have been like that size. Like they're not king size chocolate bars by any means. At least not the ones I've had. Maybe these ones could be. Who knows? So yeah, my local Asian grocery, Uwajimaya here in Seattle, has Black Thunder, but not the white chocolate variety. Interesting. Yeah, same with me. It's plenty of Black Thunder out there, but not. It might have. I don't even know if it's like available all the time. Maybe it's regional or seasonal. That's what I'm trying to say. Good or regional. Maybe it's maybe it's only available in some parts. This even says, this website even reckons it's limited edition. So maybe they don't even make it anymore. And it's Hokkaido limited edition. So how exclusive is this? Yeah, that's about the size of an average Black Thunder bar. You'd be spending $4 for each one of those. They're good though. I mean, regular Black Thunder, I like them. And Neural Network thinks you'll give us money for these things. Yeah, I mean, it could quite honestly just be something like that. So, yeah. Another Japanese candy video coming soon. I doubt it. I always kind of make fun of that video because it's routinely my like least viewed video. Let's actually find out. How low is it on the totem pole? Got my reviews, yeah. So those are old, so I kind of get that. It might be the lowest viewed video. Oh, this update video is doesn't have a ton of views, but other than the update video, I mean that's just an update video. It might be the lowest viewed video post like tech era, right? Once I started making tech videos, it might be the lowest viewed video I ever made, which is fine. I get it because like it's a very, very different kind of content. I've even made fun of the fucking face that I pull in the thumbnail, but yeah, I don't think so. I don't really see the need to make another one of those. I might do it on stream though, like if people were actually interested in like in me trying things, but I don't know if it's that interesting. It represents Hokkaido snow. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Hokkaido has I've never been, but I've always wanted to try to go to the Hokkaido Snow Festival, which is a thing they do, I guess, every winter, where they make a bunch of sculptures out of snow, and it's really fucking impressive. It looks like a Mario Kart stage, but in real life. And I don't know what happens like after, like when summer comes around, do they just let it all melt and they're just like, whatever? Because it seems like this would take a lot of effort. And these are like art pieces. So maybe that's the point. Maybe it's all like, maybe it's a statement on humanity that like nothing lasts forever. And no matter how hard we try, eventually everything will turn to dust, or the sun will incinerate the planet, and there's really no point to anything. You know? Yeah. Assume that's the point. Yeah, I could imagine. That seems like a, for some reason that feels like kind of the kind of spiritual, philosophical thing that Japan would like. with absolutely no actual knowledge on how this festival works. I can see how that would fit into it. Why aren't you streaming on YT? Gosh, how do I explain it succinctly? I think Twitch might just be the better platform for streams. From like a usability perspective. I mean, I think that with the custom chat, it fixed a lot of the usability stuff, but also just culturally, and also all of my like streamer friends and all of the people that I'm a fan of are on Twitch, and it kind of feels like I could stream to my YouTube audience, and it's good to it's nice to stream to them, but as far as like expanding the stream, so that it can live on its own outside of independently from the videos, I feel like maybe it makes more sense to stick to Twitch for that. I'm new to Twitch, following YouTube for about a year. Hell yeah! Thanks. I appreciate you stopping by. Did you make a Twitch account just for this stream? In which case, holy shit, it's very flattering. Can you just stream to both at once? No, it is actually against. Yeah, it is. I think unless it changed recently. Historically, it's against Twitch rules to multi-stream. Like any content you stream to Twitch is supposed to stay exclusive to Twitch for the first 24 hours. Then you can like re-upload it to YouTube, but that also means you can't multi-stream it. Yeah, I think they don't really enforce that very often. Like Linus Tech Tips multi-streams, and like apparently they just let him do it because he's such a big creator. And I know a lot of YouTubers, a lot of streamers will stream and then they'll upload a clip like that night from that stream, which is technically against the rules because it's supposed to stay Twitch exclusive for 24 hours, and they don't really seem to care. So would I get away with it? Possibly, but in theory, I'm not supposed to. Oh, they multi-stream because they have a funny contract. Okay, I didn't even know that. They got into the partner program so early they don't have an exclusivity clause. Big oof. That makes sense. And they can probably, again, they're such big creators, they can probably negotiate. The thing about Twitch partnership is that it's kind of different from YouTube partnership, where YouTube partnership is kind of a one-size-fits-all. If anything, YouTube partnership is basically the same as Twitch affiliate, where it's really just about revenue sharing. Twitch partnership is much more exclusive, and it seems like every contract can kind of be negotiated a little bit. You can like, it's not necessarily a one-size-fits-all thing. Ninja does that too. I think he does, but I also think he revoked or rescinded his Twitch partnership. So he multi-streams because he like cut his contract or something like that. When I certainly know that when I signed my affiliate thing, or when I agreed to the affiliate thing, it had an exclusivity clause in it. Yeah. During the exclusive, solely for any legalese, continuing for a period of 24 hours following the end of the initial broadcast of such live content. Such live Twitch content is exclusive to Twitch, even as to you. During the exclusivity period of any live Twitch content, you will not, nor permit or authorize any third party to broadcast, stream, distribute, exhibit, and otherwise make available such live content in any manner. So yeah, that's the rule itself, at least in the affiliate agreement. Is the Matt Casey a good name change? I don't really love it. I mean, I'd love to, well, if I was going to switch it to anything, I feel like it would just be Matt Casey, but that's not available. I get the impression some of these terms aren't legal in some jurisdictions, but here we are. Yeah, I mean, who knows whether it would hold up in court? I doubt it's ever been tested. And yeah, and Twitch might even know that. And maybe that's why they don't like really come down hard on it. So yeah. If you can get partner, you can yoink names. Holy shit. Seems a little bit rude though, doesn't it? What I really want, okay. If I wanted to yoink anything, even though I just said I don't use Twitter very much, I would actually really like twitter.com/MattKC. And the reason I'd feel fine with yoinking it is because this is twitter.com/MattKC. You can see it hasn't been active since 2011. And all of these tweets are like spam bot tweets. They're like, I wish I could be this lady. She's a role model. And it's a sketchy, tiny URL link. So clearly, whoever used to own this account does not anymore. It landed in the hands of some scammer, and they haven't cared enough to try and get it, wrangle it back in the last 12 years. But Twitter actually has a very strict, like, they don't give usernames for like any reason. The only reason is actually, I think the only reason is trademark, like, what is it called? That goes. They have a abandoned name policy. I feel that because Wham Woo Wham on Twitter got fucking hacked from me and now it's unused. That's so unfortunate. Yeah, they refuse to release inactive usernames, which is why you see things like real Donald Trump. I suppose is probably the highest profile example. He didn't have twitter.com/Donald Trump. He had real Donald Trump. and other things like that. Basically, it's you. If someone else has the name, it's really hard to get it. The only way is to register a trademark and then like file for trademark violation, I think. And even then, I don't know if they'll necessarily hand it over to you. Yeah, because then it starts to become kind of a legal matter. If you can claim that your trademark is being violated, it becomes a legal matter. So then they kind of have to give it to you. But this is the one that I would feel okay with yoinking, because clearly, no one is using it. It's Matt Casey on Twitter. Yeah, I know, and I don't love that either. But it's just how it is. Registering a real Matt Casey on Twitter. Oh god, I'll have to get me a blue check, which I guess is easy now. I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with any of the Twitter news, but like, can you still just get one by giving them some money? I know that I tried to. Actually, before the Musk apocalypse, I tried to apply for Twitter verification to get the blue check, and when you apply, it says something like, well, what grounds do you think you should be verified under? Like you describe, or you tell them what kind of person you are. Like I'm a public figure, or I'm a journalist, or something like that. And I said something like public figure, and I clicked next, and what it told me was, sorry, you don't have enough followers to qualify under this category, which basically I think translates to who megalol? I ain't even heard of you. So that was that's my only experience trying to get Twitter verification. The fee to apply for a trademark covering one class of goods or services is 70 euros. Please be aware a further registration fee of 177 euros will be payable should your mark proceed to registration. Interesting. Yeah, as far as I know, a trademark is affordable. I don't know how much work is involved in filing one, but like, I feel like I'm sure it's not impossible. It's arguably, it's not enough. It's not worth the effort and money just to grab a Twitter handle. But who knows? The last headline was that Musk was considering charging businesses $1,000 a month for verification. Oh yeah, I remember. Aren't they? Isn't Twitter considering charging to use their API, which would be extraordinarily cringe because I've been complaining for the last like 2 months about YouTube's API being quota limited, but at least you don't have to fucking pay money for it. Like I think that was part of it, like $1,000 a month. Also, someone cheered, and sorry I missed it. Sorry for the lack of alerts. I will fix those. What do you think about the Framework laptop? Would you buy it? I think it's really cool. I mean, I've wanted, I've liked the, it has a lot of things that I'd be interested in, like, repairability, configurability. I would certainly consider it, but I haven't really looked into it enough to have a, like, I haven't been in the market for a laptop, and I haven't done enough research to really know, like, how I would weigh it up against the competition. But on paper, from what I've heard, it seems good. Shutting down a free API, they're saying they're going to allow free write only. That seems... I guess writing is less common. We have to follow Matt on Twitter so he gets the checkmark the OG way. That's what I'm saying. You guys are letting me down. Why aren't you following me on Twitter? Which I don't even use anymore. I can't believe you don't want to see the one tweet I make every 3 months. Unbelievable. If we get GP modules framework, that'd be interesting. Hell yeah. Google API is free to 2 million requests, then $3 per million requests. Twitter is BS. I don't even know if YouTube's API, you can do it, because every time I looked up YouTube's API, like how to get around the quota limiting, it was always like, fill out this form and write in 10,000 words why you think you need this API, and we'll get back to you in like 90 days. Some shit like that, and it just seemed like it's too much effort. What if we are following you on Twitter? Follow harder! It seems pretty obvious now. I'm kidding, obviously. Like I said, I barely even use Twitter, and to be honest, like a lot of MFs are going to like Mastodon now, aren't they? So like, and Mastodon is decentralized, so I could get Matt Casey on, you know, as long as I get Matt Casey on something, then I can be the only Matt Casey on that instance. Follow harder, chatting. Oh damn, we don't have the chatting emote. Shit. That's another thing. Okay, so I've been mentioning that in the Discord chat, that one of the things I kind of like about my custom chat is that the emotes are shared between the forum and the chat. But then I realized there's probably a way, like if we're using 7TV, which is probably what I have a bunch of 7TV emotes already. Then there's probably a way to like, I can probably just write a script to copy the emotes between them, and then you can kind of get the same thing, right? So yeah, if I do move back to Twitch permanently, I'll probably do something like that, because I like that integration. I like the ability to, I like the consistency across platforms. Sorry about that. You can't post your life on GitHub yet. I mean, to be fair, maybe that's a good thing. Holy shit. Is my Twitter account really this old? Hold up. May 2014. I was still in school then. Bruh. It definitely wouldn't have been called Matt KC back then, because Matt KC was a brand I made in 2016. Before then, it was probably just like my name or some shit. But wow, I'm actually kind of stunned that I've had this account for closer to 10 years than I'd like, let's be honest. Has anyone reverse engineered the forum? I mean, you don't really have to, it's just PHPBB. It is also kind of a shame that it was nice, it was kind of fun to see people getting really interested in the custom chat. But yeah, it doesn't. I feel like if I was to move back to Twitch, it doesn't really make sense to have it. At least I open sourced it, so people can use it if they want. Let's find Matt's old username so we can dox him to hell. My name is out there. It's not really a secret. You have to, like, when you publish songs, you like list songwriting credits. It's supposed to be your real name because. That's just kind of how copyright works, I guess. That's why whenever you look at like a Drake song, under songwriters, it won't be Drake. It'll be like Aubrey, because that's his real name. Yeah. This is Drake, by the way, but he can't credit himself as Drake because that's not like copyright enforceable. So you have to write your real name. So yeah, my real name is out there. Use custom chat with Twitch problem solved? Yeah, I mean, I did think about that, and I know some people do that, especially I think political streamers, because they need as much help as they can get as far as like cutting down the insanity. But I don't know. I feel like the whole point of streaming on Twitch as opposed to my own platform is that I'm part of the fabric with everyone else. Like, I would be fine streaming to my website exclusively, except that there's no discoverability, and there's no integration with like any of the streamers that I watch or am friends with, right? It's easy enough to find my real name online too. When I was younger, I was not careful enough. Yeah, I mean, names aren't that bad. I mean, yes, if you can keep it secret, you should. You may as well. It's better for your privacy to do so. But a lot of people have their name out there, and you know, it's perfectly fine. I just give up hiding my real name because I'm not popular. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing. People, you know, you should care about your privacy, but at the end of the day, most people are not being like actively watched. As long as your address isn't out there, yeah, that's definitely preferable. The location in Bandcamp is true. I don't know. Is it? What's the location in Bandcamp? Los Angeles, California. Yeah, vaguely true. I mean, not Los Angeles the city, but Los Angeles the metropolitan area, sure. I know my name gives you nothing, you can't find me from name, so yeah, pretty much. That too, especially if you have like a common name. My real name is preserved in git commit so any project. Yeah, that's I know that's a thing. I've seen that happen before. I've had people like pull request into my project and their name is like in it, and then they pull request again to be like, and they're like, can you please rebase your repository on this commit so that my name is different? Yeah, that's a big, it's a bit of a hassle. I might actually have to get going because I'm supposed to be getting lunch in about half an hour, and it might take half an hour to drive to actually get there. So I might actually have to get going soon, even though, you know, this was short. I did say it was going to be short. I'm keeping my promises, as I'm sure everyone was cared about. But yeah, I think I may have to head off. God, I keep saying I'm going to remove the text from my BRB screen, but I never do it. Anyway, I'll show my BRB screen, but don't believe it's lies. I will not be coming back, at least not today. But I will see you guys soon. Assuming that Jeff himself does not ban me for showing Long Johns on stream. I'll see you guys next time. All right. Stream is ending already. Yep. Sorry about that. But yeah, I just had limited for time today, but it won't be short next time. So see you guys soonish. All right. See ya.